much shield and healings that the Red Esports is coming in. And with the Esmeralda up for grabs, do they pick it up? Yes, they will. And that's going to be Esmeralda and Karina picked up from Team Hawk. A little bit more sustains. They got the damage. They understood they need some sort of magic damage to match up Matilda's lacking prowess. And with the Karina, with Esmeralda, Red Esports, they need a strong front line. And as of yet, Angela, not necessarily the strongest front line unless they play it on XP. Or, like you said as well, do they play double fighters on the sides?
Yeah, Red Esports previously went double fighter. The Yuzong is still open if they really want to go for that. But Yuzong wants to dive into the backline, and if he's not able to effectively disable Panda, he provides a very easy target for that crossbow of Hang. So yeah, Dirov makes a lot more sense to counter the Esmeralda.
Okay, this is a great response. This is a great response. I was worried for a second, but now with the final pick of Dirov, it's a little bit better. They have the tools to actually deal with this. The armor shredding comp coming from Red Esports is going to work out. Now with the synergy coming from Red Esports, I see a little bit more hope in Red Esports draft compared to Team Hawk now.
Yeah, there's definitely much better scaling onto the Red Esports' draft compared to the previous game. And it looks like they are going to be sticking to their double fighter side lane with Mal reprising his role on the Phobius. Will it be effective this time? Will Red Esports get the miracle run that they got against Team SMG on day 1 of the playoffs? Or will Team Hawk move on forward in the lower bracket, not allowing them a single chance to retaliate? We will find out as we now prepare to once again re-enter the land of Dawn.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be Red Esports versus Team Hawk. Game number 2 with Team Hawk 1 game ahead of Red Esports, while Red Esports is going to be fighting for their tournament lives here in MPLMY.
Look at that.
They come up on top because Red Esports, they're setting up an invade. They know Min gets a little bit angsty in this situation, and surprise, Min, you gotta run. There's 5 men right here, and Mom, he does not have the puppet on the strings to lock him down. So that's gonna be the disengage for Mom. Oh my goodness, that was scary. That was scary for a second.
Yeah, that doesn't actually cost Red Esports anything either. Normally you think it's quite risky to put all 5 players in the jungle because you might lose out on lane pressure, but because Team Hawk wasn't aware they were doing that, you didn't see the side laners shoving out their lanes very heavily, so Red Esports are still going to be able to catch up most of the EXP and the gold they would have otherwise lost.
Panda is going to be going for a 1v1 against Mao. They're calling in Mao to actually protect him. I'm a little bit surprised by this, but as of yet, Zion Akimi, perfect start for now. He's gonna get his 4 very, very early, and Team Hawk, you gotta be careful about this because Zion is gonna get his 4 very quickly. Min, he needs to go for the harassment. He just got his 4. Min, he might actually die here. He goes in for the escape. He does have the smite, and he's gonna take him out. Immediate first blood in his hands. Unfortunate for Team Hawk.
Now, this doesn't necessarily go against the plans that Team Hawk is going for. Min is definitely a hero that they can afford to sacrifice away from Red Esports if he is able to buy time. But they are also giving kills away.
Wait a minute, they're going to be forcing the fight as well. Zion is going to be focused down. Mom does not have his 4 to do anything about it, and Mom will be able to escape this great catch coming from Team Hawk to punish this as well.
I'm really loving the way that Man is playing on this Matilda, using that Guiding Winds as an aggressive and defensive tool. One way of allowing Min to escape if he dies too deep, and then pulling in Gary alongside with the Flicker to initiate the fight. That could have actually been disastrous for Red Esports if they didn't zone it.
Oh, Panda getting threatened a little bit. The coin rotations with the Irritel, but middle lane, you can see Man as well trying to force a play. He's going to be bursted down by Zion Akimi. He knew he made mistakes. Great catch coming from Red Esports. Disrespecting the power of what they can do. But while this is happening as well, they're sending Mao to mirror Panda on the bottom lane again.
Yeah, this is going to be a slightly tougher lane now for Panda now that Mal has hit his level 4 safely. As Min, without the support of his brother, not going to have an easy way to escape from the ganks of Red Esports, which means they will now have control over the Turtle Pit.
Yep, Lola gonna be saying hello for a little bit. Nothing much they can do. Dirov as well as the Irritail's armor shredding. Still very scary to deal with. Team Hawk, they've got to respect the composition, but as of yet, Team Hawk, they're keeping up in terms of economy, but I don't think it's looking too good yet because there's going to be a lot on the line. Man, going to be going for a couple of harassments with this Matilda. Mage Matilda, indeed. But Team Hawk, they have to buy time. But let's take a look at the emblems real quick as well. Seems like movement speed and penetration, as well as the magic shot coming from Matilda as well as Karina. So it's all about scaling for now for Team Hawk.
Yeah, and at first I was wondering whether or not this Matilda was going to play a role as more of a secondary support, perhaps have both Min and Man buy rogue boots. Doesn't seem like that's what's happening, as now Red Esports continues piling on the pressure. I am really liking this, because like I mentioned earlier, the problem with this sort of double fighter side lane, you have to be aggressive with it. I thought that Red Esports as a team was a little more passive, but they are proving me wrong in this game too.
Well, very, very difficult indeed. Penetrations as well as magic attack on the emblems for Zayed Hakimi. He really wants to go in for the one shot. Mao taking a little bit of damage, but unfortunately Team Hawk, they have to buy time, and it's up to Gary to do so. Zayed Hakimi, a little bit too scary to deal with as of yet. So it's all going to be playing a little bit safe, but Team Hawk seems like they want to force the issue once again. Man, scouts out Ash, scouts out Mom. They're playing Irritel mid once again, just to make sure that there is going to be some sort of armor shredding coming through. But they have to play this safe, and it's all about farming and finding opportunities. Mao gonna be very difficult to chunk his way through, but Min is overcommitting to this, and I don't think this is a smart play to go. And Team Hawk, they realize that they have to respect this.
Yeah, I don't think Min minds that too much. His cooldowns are definitely expendable, and if he's able to chunk out Red Esports and even pull more members down into the bottom lane, it will allow Gary an easier time to contest the turtle up on the top side of the map. Red Esports, they're doing a good job with their aggression so far, but you have to know, Team Hawk, they are specifically making it so that Panda and Lola is not participating in any of these fights. So even though Min and Man are getting picked off repeatedly, their cores are getting a lot of free space.
Here he comes, Red Esports, they want to go in for the dive. They are going to catch two in the process. Panda is sustaining his way through. He's got the Inspire crossbow attack. Mao will be able to soak a majority of it, and they somehow managed to escape while they secure the turtle up top. Red Esports, they're going to look to re-engage, and the sprint re-engage coming from mid will completely disengage, while Red Esports get absolutely nothing for that dive, while Team Hawk secures the turtle up top.
That's quite unfortunate for Zayed. If he had cast that ability just 1 second earlier, he would have actually gotten a free kill. But that is going to be pretty huge for Team Hawk. Red Esports investing 4 members to try and take out Panda, but weren't able to finish him off. And they weren't even able to get a pick off onto Min or Man either, while Gary was on the opposite side of the map taking the turtle. So instantly, Team Hawk are able to narrow the net worth gap back.
Yeah, that was a close call. Too close to be called comfort. Panda was able to pop the crossbow attacks in time before he dies. And because of that, Red Esports, they completely chicken out of the fight. And as of now, Ren QT could be matching up the top side as well. Lola will be scouting out Zayed Hakimi. He wants to force the fight. Lola, he knows that he's stronger than him, but Ren QT is there to say hello as well. It's going to be 2 men up top. Wow, bottom side, Gary is going to be stealing the purple buff away from the Gushin. Nice reaction coming from Team Hawk. They even forced the hard scout on Mao. Okay, what was that about?
Red Esports, they're not comfortable in this sort of aggressive play. It was working out for them, but they are over-investing. They're constantly pulling 4 or 5 members to just gank 1 lane, while Team Hawk are effectively splitting up their forces, getting more macro, and just overall gaining more structures and advantages across the map.
Ren QT going to be forcing out the flickers. Team Hawk, they're very good at this push and pull effect. Meanwhile, Zayed Hakimi, he's not going for the one-shot. He actually bailed out on this fight. For a second, I thought he's going to one-shot Panda, but okay. Team Hawk, they get out scot-free, and now Red Esports, they're looking to respond once again. Poking and poking and poking, and while this is happening, the turtle up top is going to be focused down from side of Team Hawk, while bottom side, Ash already shoving out the lane. So Team Hawk, they will lose a creep wave down bottom, while the turtle is going to be exposed without Panda in this vicinity. So Team Hawk, they got to make it quick. They secure it, and they have to back out now. Red Esports wants to catch him off guard. Do they have the damage? But they don't have the tools to catch him at all. So that's going to be this engagement coming from both sides.
Yeah, that's honestly still a pretty 50-50 trade, and in this sort of situation, that means that Team Hawk is getting out on top. Panda still getting farm. He's currently sitting at the top of the gold rankings, and Red Esports rotating all of their players over again, using a lot of important cooldowns and getting nothing in exchange for it. they're still keeping up in net worth. Things are still even, but Team Hawk, they are slowly hitting their power spikes, and this is very scary for Red Esports.
Oh my goodness. This is a very, very difficult lead. Red Esports, they need to rely dependent on Zayn and Gimmy's going for those wombo combo. And if he gets zoned out, especially when he doesn't have a purple buff, the moment he loses out his mana, he's pretty much out of commission for the next fight. And you can see Team Hawk, they're going for this poking strategy where they get some sort of objective trades here and there, immediately bails out, and Red Esports just can't seem to keep up without forcing Red Esports to commit. And it makes so much sense now why Red Esports is always over-committing, knowing that they need to play catch-up against Team Hawk.
What I can say for sure though is that Team Hawk, this is the finesse I was talking about in game number 1. This is what I felt they were lacking. They're making the proper macro decisions. They are moving around the map. They are identifying alternative win conditions rather than just going for that big team fight because, well, admittedly, their team comp not so good this time.
I think he's dead. Zayn tries to go for the combo but gets stopped by Lola as well as Gary as they finish him off. And that's going to be a triple kill for Gary. Mistakes were made. Maniac for Gary as Red Esports. They are looking for more. Ren QT going to be trying to escape for his life. Can he get the Savage? Gary is here. He's looking for it and he gets it. Savage for Gary for Team Hawk. As you can hear the crowd completely cheering him off. One mistake is all they need and Team Hawk punishes Red Esports.
In one fell swoop, Team Hawk turns the state of the game completely around from a 50-50 to a 3k net worth lead. Gary chaining together the kills on Red Esports, not providing them any chance to retaliate. The positioning was perfect, and this is the Team Hawk we all know and love.
Ooh, props to Gary and Lola because I thought Min was gonna get one-shotted from Zayn, but they were able to stop him mid-momentum. And because of that, transitioning into a 5k for Gary, that's gonna be the big flex right now because Red Esports, they just lost all lead despite trading 50-50s across the map. And look at this. Looking for more. Gary, level 15, 10 minutes into this game, while Zayn is only level 12. Winds of Nature, purchase of a mana means it's going to be even harder to kill. God-like for Gary as they quickly take down Rank QT on the bottom side.
This game is very quickly slipping out of Red Esports' control. The macro play from Team Hawk is continuing, but now all of their cores are farmed and have hit their power spikes proper. Team Hawk, they're looking to end this.
Lola going for the catch as well. Gary, it's the double kill for him. He's gonna pay with his prize, but he got the job done. Mao holding on with the demonic force as much as he can. He's buying enough time, but it will eventually get taken out as Team Hawk takes 3 for 1. They sacrifice Gary, but the empowered minions are still pushing down, and Team Hawk, they want to get a little bit more, but it seems like they have to concede this, respecting both Ash as well as Ren QT.
That was definitely a little bit greedy from Gary. We cannot blame him considering the amount of damage output that he has, but you have to remember, that is a 9-kill shutdown fed over to Maul. That's going to be a lot of gold fed over to this Phoveus, which is a very big win condition for Red Esports. The problem is, I don't know whether or not it's already too little, too late. Team Hawk still maintaining a 5k net worth lead. All they need to do is wait for the next Lord.
To be honest, feeding into Phoveus is still better than feeding it towards Ash, because eventually the key winning component coming from Red Esports is gotta be the Irritel, while Mao can be handled by the Esmeralda to a certain degree. But all things considered, it's still 50-50s. Team Hawk, you know, they are having a huge lead, but Red Esports was able to capitalize on this as of yet. We've seen this before from Red Esports in yesterday's game, but like you said as well, it's gonna take a miracle if they want to try and survive in this for their tournament lives, because as of yet, Red Esports, they're playing it safe. They go in for the wards as well. They do scout things out. Team Hawk's position completely exposed. With 20 seconds on the sides, the Lord is going to be a priority from both sides.
Now, I mentioned yesterday during their game that Red Esports, it seemed like they had to make an impossible comeback. And they actually did make it happen. But in this game, this is not actually impossible. Red Esports does have solid late game scaling. They have the Iritel, they have the Phobias. Gushan nowadays doesn't do a bad job at this state as well. And you can imagine that Min, Man, and Gary are going to start falling off in the next 5 minutes or so. So Team Hawk, they have a timer that they need to end the game with, and that's why you can see them accelerating their farm, going for the Lord. They don't want to allow Red Esports that chance to hit the late game power spike.
Oh, difficult thing indeed. But speaking of power spikes, as of now, Red Esports, they just need to stall for 2 more levels, but it's gonna be tough. With the Lord knocking in, they need to go for a defense if they want to keep things alive. While Team Hawk, seems like we are going to be seeing a complete force coming in as they sync up on the bottom side. Purple buff still exposed as well from Red Esports, not even going to be in the hands of Zayn Hakimi. Very difficult to do so, but as of yet, with the Lord pushing in, as you can see, moments before things will be unveiling as they go in for the concealed plays. They're waiting for the right moment to jump, but Team Hawk focusing on the bottom inhibitor. Lola tries to force reactions coming from Red Esports, but they're not taking it yet. Team Hawk playing it safe, clearing the minions for now, waiting for the right moment to strike. Top inhibitor going to be the next objective coming from Team Hawk. Min still deciding if he wants to dive the back line. Ash will be to narrowly escape Lola's crafts as they try to defend against the minions, as the minions are going to be shoving in. But Team Hawk, they say, we are going to back out, we are going to respect this, and we do not need to overcommit.
I think this is very smart from Team Hawk. They are learning their lesson from what they witnessed in the game yesterday. Red Esports does have a very strong defense when they're pushed into a corner. So it's best for Team Hawk not to force it. They are able to push into the base. They're able to take all of the remaining inhibitors. And since they are just this 1 game away from progressing through the lower bracket, there is no reason to take any risk. Just continue pushing when they get
Oh, Lola, he gets a 3-man catch. Can they burst him down enough? Yes, they can. They've got the 0, but at the same time, the back lines are exposed. Tima completely dives them off. Miles still hanging there for his dear life with his demonic force, but the rest of Red Esports completely abandoned him as Team Hawk completely shut down Zayn and Mao. It might be over. It's up to Ash. The minions are shoving in, and Team Hawk, they're going to close out the crystal. They get the 2-0 against Red Esports. It is over. That's it. Clean takedown by Team Hawk.
GG, well played to Team Hawk, and that means that we will